Chapter 575, Guardians Together, which forever. It starts in an abandoned apartment complex in the middle of the city. It was an old apartment complex that was scheduled to be demolished right now. An explosion blasted half of the building. We were facing the bug guy Clancy, one of Ben's most dangerous enemies. He was half man, half insect, and he has the mysterious power to communicate with insects, and he has all the powers of the insect world at his command. Me, you are one ugly freak of nature, Clancy. Clancy, well, if you think we're bugging you now, you haven't seen anything yet. Venom, and we thought we were the only ones that say we. Ben turned into Spitter. Ben, Spitter. Me, so that is a spheroid from the planet Scalpisk. Spitter, that's right. Spitter fired a blast of water at Clancy. Bisley, you really need to have a better lifestyle. Biza fired a blast of water at Clancy and Rhino charged. Biza and Rhino, Maelstrom Rhino stampede. The water covered Rhino and he turned into a rhinoceros of pure water, and he rammed Clancy and sent him crashing through the walls of the building. Then the whole place was gonna collapse. Me, the building is collapsing. Hold on everyone. I protected us in a force field bubble and the whole building came down and was reduced to practically nothing. Me, is everyone okay? Megan, we're fine. JD. Bisley, it'll take more than a collapsing building to bring me down, boss. Rhino, A-okay. Poison Ivy, but he's not finished yet. Clancy came out of a bunch of cockroaches. Spitter, you just don't know when to quit. Megan fired her blue hyper beam at Clancy and it exploded by him and sent him flying towards us, and Spitter fired a torrent of water from his mouth. Spitter, let's use our combo on him. Megan. Megan, you got it. Ben. Spitter fired a blast of water and Megan fired a hyper beam blast. Megan and Spitter, hyper water deluge. The blasts combined and turned into a blast of radioactive water. Clancy tried to shield himself with cockroaches, but it wasn't enough as the blast blew him out of the shield and sent him crashing into the wall of the destroyed building. Me, you are in for a very bad and long time in prison, Clancy. You will be the first inmate in our newest prison. Clancy was sent to our newest prison, the Titan prison for freaky villains. It's on Saturn's largest moon, Titan. It's only reserved for the most dangerous of criminal freak shows. Me, another criminal monster in prison. Ben, yep. Venom, that guy was making us look bad. Shocker, tell me about it. Me, I can't believe that he was one of your most dangerous enemies. Ben. Ben, yeah. Me, we're gonna head to the mall and meet up with everyone else. Rhino, good idea. At the Gotham Royal York Mall, a group of kids was walking around. But these weren't any ordinary kids. They were the guardians of Kandrakar, Will Vandam, Irma Lair, Terani Cook, Cornelio Hale, Haylin, Caleb and Matt. Terani, Will, let me just say that this plan of yours is crazy. Will, it's the only way to stop Narissa. Matt, yeah, but what if Phobos betrays us after we take Narissa down? Caleb, good call. Matt. Will, well, if anyone has a better idea, I'm all for it. Cornelia, I have a better plan. We can call JD and Team Loud Phoenix Storm for help. Hey Lynn, how do you know that they'll help us? Cornelia, trust me. They always help people in need. Irma, good point. But that still doesn't change the fact that the heart of Meridian can only be retrieved by Phobos. Cornelia, smirks true. But I know that JD will find a way to bypass that rule. At the entrance we met up with everyone. Lori, you guys made it. Me, we sure did. Lori. Ben, but we had a run-in with my enemy Clancy the bug guy. Lana, cool. Lainey, I don't think I would like this guy. Me, I was repulsed by his appearance. Also Lainey. Megan, but fighting him was awesome. Riley, I'll bet. Lenny, let's go shopping guys. Me, let's do it. We walked around the mall and then Megan's phone rang. It was Cornelia. Megan, hey, Cornelia. Cornelia, Megan. I've been wanting to talk to you today. Megan then noticed something. Cornelia's voice sounded more louder. Megan, are you alright? You sound close. Shocker, looks behind Megan, she is close. Megan. Hang up and turn around. Megan hung up and turned around. And that's when she saw Cornelia Hale in person. Cornelia smiles, hey, Megan. Megan smiles, Cornelia hugs her. Cornelia, it is so awesome to meet you in person. Me, Cornelia Hale. It's an honor to finally meet you in person. And the Guardians of Kandrakar, it's truly an honor. Will, you too, JD. We all were told so much about you all on Team Loud Phoenix Storm. I'm Will Vandam, Guardian of the Heart of Kandrakar. Irma, I'm Irma Lair, Guardian of Water. Tyranny, I'm Tyranny Cook, Guardian of Fire. Cornelia, you know me. I'm the Guardian of Earth. Haylin, I'm Haylin, the Guardian of Air. Caleb, I'm Caleb, leader of the rebels that brought down Phobos. Matt, and I'm Matt. It's a pleasure. Me, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Megan told us story after story about your adventures in Kandrakar. Irma, I'm sure she did. Tyranny, we heard and saw all your adventures and they were awesome. Me, we get that all the time wherever we go. Will, okay. Let me see if I got this correctly. Alexei Saitsevik is Rhino, Will, and Louise Lincoln. Killer Frost, Caleb, Pamela Isley. Poison Ivy, Caleb, and Eddie Brock. Venom, we are both Venom. Haylin, Harleen Quinzel. Harley Quinn. Matt, Terry McGinnis. Terry, Batman 2039. Matt, Herman Schultz. Shocker, Matt, and Flint Marco. Sandman. Will, to the Winx Club, you girls are basically like us but with fairy forms? Bloom, that's about right. But we come from different planets and we were raised on Earth. Irma, to Maria, you used to be a meta-human criminal named Aquamaria, right? Maria, yep. I can still use my water form. But I don't call myself Aquamaria anymore. Irma, to Biza, and you are actually a demon sorcerer, right? Biza, correct. My human form is named Aquas. Tyranny, to Lee, you used to be this bad guy named Axel, right? Lee, I was a nobody. But yet. Tyranny, to Shago, and you used to work for Dr. Draken? Shago, don't remind me. Haylin, to Arpeggio, and you used to work for two bad guys named Dark Nayla and Clockwork, right? Arpeggio, British accent, that's right. But I was shown the error of my ways just in time. Haylin, excited best. Team up. Ever. Me, they are called the Redemption Squad. They are former villains and supervillains that are on the path to redemption. William, that's right, and I'm the leader of the Redemption Squad. Haylin, that is so cool. Megan, shall we head shopping, guys? We all cheered. We did so. We were shopping until we dropped. But Megan got another surprise. She got a visit from Haylin's grandmother, Yan Linear. Megan, you're Haylin's grandmother, aren't you? Yan Lin, good to know that I've made an impression. Have you made any attempt on my mistress yet? Megan, no. Yan Lin, good. I'd like to keep it that way. The last thing I need is for me to hurt you. Megan, you've given my granddaughter and her friends good advice that's helped them. And I'll never forget that. So I'm gonna give you one chance. You ready? Megan nods. Walk out of this mall. Forget anything you might have learned about Kandrakar and Meridian. And don't you ever try and interfere with my mistress' business again. Because if you do, I'll kill you, and everybody you love. That's the lengths I'll go to serve Nerissa. Megan, that's good to know. Yan Lin, hey. I just spared your life. Now, what do you say? Megan, hesitantly thank you. Yan Lin, smirks you're welcome. Enjoy your shopping. Leaves the store. Megan, in her mind, Nerissa will pay for everything she has done. As we continued shopping, we were telling the Guardians about our exploits and adventures on Earth and across the universe. Well, wow. You guys have done it all. Me, we don't like to brag, but we have done all kinds of adventures that would put even the greatest of explorers to shame. No offense, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, British accent, none taken JD. But all the adventures we had were quite enjoyable. Me, they sure were. And we fought the most dangerous and most fearsome of villains that would make even the mightiest of armies look like child's play. No offense, Caleb. Caleb, none taken JD, but yes, I know what you mean. Will, Nico, are you really a scion? Nico, I sure am. I was born on the planet Vegeta, but I was raised here on planet Earth. My scion name is Bakura, but everyone calls me Nico. I was named Nicholas Chan, but everyone calls me Nico. Irma, that is so cool. May, and he's the most awesome boyfriend in the world. Nico, and May is the most awesome girlfriend in the world. Hey Lin, you two were sure made for each other. Luan, just like me and Eddie Bear here. Lenny, most of us have a lot of people that are totes perfect for each other. Lisa, indubitably second-born eldest sibling. In the food court we were having lunch. Wheelie, okay. Since we know we're going to kill Nerissa, we'll need ideas on her death. Any suggestions? Hey Lin, I say we snap her neck for brainwashing my grandma. Tyranny, I say we stab her with a knife until she bleeds out. Irma, I say we save tons of money on car insurance by switching to Gecko. Everyone looks at her. Sorry. I was watching a Gecko commercial last night. Luan, laughs. Good one, Irma. That is a thing that has the gecko. Laughs to rimshot, get it? Most of laugh, but everyone else sighs. Me, laughs. That was a good one, you too. Irma, Luan, your jokes are hilarious. Me, Luan is a kick in the butt. Eddie, laughs. That was funny. Me, let's just focus on the matter at hand. Will, is there any other suggestion out there besides recklessly killing Nerissa and saving money on car insurance? Cornelia, come in, guys. We need more creative ways to kill Nerissa. Me, I am gonna be the one that faces Nerissa. I vowed to make her pay for everything she has done, and I swore that I would kill her. We came up with more ideas when suddenly we heard a woman yell. Wilhelmina Vandam. We saw the parents of the Guardians. Me, are they your parents? Irma, they sure are. Me, are you the parents of Will and her friends? Susan, we certainly are, JD. I'm Susan Vandam. Tom, I'm Irma's father, Tom Lair, and this is my wife Anna. Teresa, I'm Teresa Cook, and this is my husband Lionel. Elizabeth, I'm Elizabeth Hale, and this is my husband Harold, and Cornelia's little sister Lillian. Joan, and I'm Joan Lin, and this is my husband Chen. Me, pleasure to meet all of you. Tom, you too, JD. We saw all your adventures all over the world on the news. Team Loud Phoenix Storm is amazing. Me, thank you. Not to brag, but it's a force to be reckoned with. Rhino, sees who just came, and don't mind us. We're just eating Chinese food. Will, Mom? What are you all doing here? Susan, Will, enough's enough. It's time for you all to tell us about what you've all been hiding. Harley, takes out hammer as Rhino cracks his knuckles. Back off, lady. We just took down Clancy this morning. You getting angry at us doesn't scare. Tom, that's not gonna intimidate us, Quinn. We're getting to the bottom of this little secret that you've apparently been keeping from us. Teresa, and if you don't tell us, you'll all be grounded. Shago. Powers up hands with green fire, you're more than welcome to try. Bisley. Turns into her demon form but you won't succeed. Cornelia. What makes you think that we're hiding something? Elizabeth. Because you would never go to JD and his friends for help unless it was something life-threatening. Chen. And we have not seen Yan Lin for the last few weeks. Poison Ivy. Makes Venus flytrap appear from the ground. If I were you, I'd watch your tone. Me. Everyone stand down. Let's let them talk. Will. I think it's time that they all know the truth. Will. You're right, JD. The reason we've been so secretive is because we have a huge responsibility to protecting the world. Not just Earth but another world as well. She pulls out the heart of Kandrakar. Will. Guardians unite. Will. Irma. Tyranny. Cornelia. Haylin. Me and Megan were enveloped in spheres of light and we turned into our guardian forms. Will. The heart. Irma. Water. Tyranny. Fire. Cornelia. Earth. Haylin. Air. Me. Lightning. Megan. Space. Will. So it is true. You are the first ever male guardian, JD. Me. That's right. You see, everyone. This is what they have hidden. We were chosen to be the guardians of a realm called Kandrakar. It was plunged into total darkness and despair by an evil tyrannical prince named Phobos, and he ruled over the land with an iron fist. Will. We have a huge and major responsibility to both Earth and to the realms of Kandrakar. Irma. It's a major responsibility and an endless task we were given. Tyranny. And as guardians we have to make sure that our worlds are safe from evil. Me. They managed to take down Phobos and imprison him and all his minions and end his reign of terror. But there's an even greater threat out there that's now going to destroy the entire universe if we don't stop her. She's a rogue guardian named Nerissa. She has been terrorizing all of Kandrakar and even Earth, and she has been sowing chaos and dissension through different ways. She wants to destroy everything. She has all the previous guardians under her control through brainwashing, and she will stop at nothing until she kills us all. You see, we were chosen to protect the universe for a reason, and with great power comes great responsibility. Shocker, it was actually Webhead that invented that saying, but it fits you all perfectly. But JD is right. Megan. And we have to kill Nerissa before she destroys everything we have, including our planet. Susan. Tears in her eyes. So all this time, I tried to move us back to Faden Hills all because you were saving the world? What kind of mother am I? Will. The best mother I ever had. Rhino. It's not your fault. You were just looking out for Will. Me. That's right. You were just doing what a good mother would do. Irma. Dad. Please don't be mad. Tom. Smirkso. It's not you I'm mad at. I'd like to have a word with Miranda later for getting you into trouble. Bisley. I think that can be arranged. Teresa Cook. Oh, Tyranny. I'm very proud of you for everything you've done for the world. And to think I saw you as a troublemaker during the Nigel incident. Tyranny. It's fine, Mom. Uriah and his pals were the troublemakers anyway. Shago. I just hope Tyranny can keep seeing Nigel when we kill Nerissa. Me. I'm sure she can. Elizabeth. I'm just glad we finally get to see this pen pal of yours, Cornelia. Cornelia. Don't worry, Mom. I have a feeling that Megan will grow on you. Poison Ivy. Also, we need to talk later about your younger daughter, Lillian. Nerissa was after her a week ago because of a hidden power that she had. Me. It's a long story, Mrs. Hale. Chen Lin. Angry I will make this Nerissa pay for brainwashing my mother. Hey Lin. Dad. No. You go after her and she'll kill you. Harley. If it makes you feel any better, we're coming up with ideas on how to kill Nerissa. Me. It's true, Mr. Lin. Nerissa is incredibly dangerous and she will kill anyone that stands in her way. I vowed that I would be the one to kill Nerissa, and I will make sure that she pays for her crimes, and I intend to see that vow fulfilled. Susan. I have a feeling you can do it, guys. Go make Nerissa pay for everything she has done. Me, with pleasure, Mrs. Vandam. Let me see if I can find her and her minions and the previous guardians. I concentrated and found them in a warehouse on the Lake Huron wharf. Me, I found them. They're hiding out in a Lake Huron warehouse. Let's head out, guys. Susan, Will. Be careful out there. Will, I will, Mom. Tom, show no mercy on her. Irma, with pleasure, Dad. Me, Nerissa has plagued our worlds for far too long. We're gonna save our planets or die trying. Let's roll. Everyone cheered wildly as we headed out. They heard us talking and knew that we could do it. We arrived at the warehouse down by the wharf. Will, seize the warehouse. I've been waiting a long time for this. Nerissa. Tonight, your reign of terror ends. Me, and it will. Nerissa, your time has come. My eyes glowed red with righteous fury. Let's go. We went over to the warehouse. Inside the warehouse, Nerissa was waiting for us. Nerissa, the Guardians haven't made a move for a while. Perhaps they've realized the futility of attempting to stop me. They know that their fates will be sealed soon. I will make sure of that. A cloud of sand appeared. Nerissa, nice to see you again, Sandpit. But I no longer have a use for you. Kadma, Sand reforms into a familiar Redemption Squad member mistress. That's not Sandpit. Sandman, you're right. I'm not. Cassidy, that's Flint Marco aka the Sandman. A former member of the Sinister Six and current member of the Redemption Squad. Halliner, did you really think you could take us all on by yourself? Sandman, kinda. But on the off chance that I was wrong. Yan Lin, Shriek, you managed to put security outside, right? Shriek, of course. Trust me. Nothing's getting in or out. Then a fiery explosion blasted a hole through the roof of the warehouse and Nerissa and the previous guardians shielded themselves and we came in. Me, now that's how you make an entrance. Nerissa, so you all came. Me, Nerissa. Last time we met you looked like a 200-year-old hag. Nerissa, yes, but I shed 175 years. Me, I see you also have Walter Shreve aka Shriek with you. Nerissa, yes. You won't live long enough to see me take over this world. She fired a blast of lightning and Shriek fired a blast of sound. Nerissa and Shriek, supersonic lightning wave. The blasts combined and turned into a deadly wave of supersonic lightning. I formed a force field and blocked the attack. Shriek, punches me, little J.DS falling down. Punches me again, on the ground. Punches me again, mind on sound. Punches me again, little J.DS falling down. Punches me again, I'm so happy. He punched me and sent me crashing into the wall. But I got up and I had blood dripping from my mouth. Me, nice try. But it's gonna take a lot more than that to beat me, you freak. I wiped the blood off my face and stood ready. Nerissa, oh, please. Don't even try to teleport us to another planet. This time, you'll all battle on places that I've provided. 6 folds open up. Before I could snap his fingers, Nerissa tackles Will and Caleb through one fold, Cassidy tackles Irma through the second one, Halliner tackles Tyranny through the third one, Kadma tackles Cornelia through the fourth one, Yan Lin tackles Haylin through the fifth one, and Shriek tackles Matt through the final one. Me? Oh no you don't. You're mine, Nerissa. Let's go. We go into each of the 6 folds and the battle that will decide the fate of the entire universe had begun. Battle 1, Cassidy. The fight with Cassidy was taking place in the underworld. It was actually the very site where they found Horror's hand and killed Hydro Man there again. Maria, this place is very familiar. Cassidy, come in, Maria. Doesn't this place ring a bell? Maria, this is the part of the underworld where we found Horror's hand. And we also killed Hydro Man here. Cassidy, very good. But don't try and resist your death. You had a good run. But it's time for your final minutes alive. Fires water at Maria. Maria deflected the water and went at Cassidy and they clasped hands. Maria, Cassidy, don't you remember everything we did together? We had all kinds of fun swimming and enjoying all the fun activities in the water. Cassidy, I do remember that, but Nerissa revealed that you were lying. Maria, no Cassidy. That's a lie. Nerissa is using you. You are just a slave to her and a pawn with no free will. She is the true evil and you have to fight her control. Cassidy regained some control. Cassidy, Maria groans as she clutches her head and fights to regain control of her body. You have to help me, Maria. I can't fight Nerissa's spell. Maria, yes you can, Cassidy. You need a major push. Let's help her with our combos, guys. Irma, you got it. Lily fired a blast of glowing water and Girl Jordan fired a dragon of pure water. Lily and Girl Jordan, phosphorus dragon strike. The blasts combined and turned into a glowing blue water dragon. It hit Cassidy and sent her flying. She stopped and she was still holding her head. Heidi and Very fired powerful blasts of water. Heidi and Very, Moontide Fish Shoal. The blasts of water turned into a huge school of water fish and they swam around Cassidy and tied her up. Isaribi, Water Style, Flowing Whip. Isaribi formed a whip of pure water and she flung it at Cassidy and Aquaman fired a blast of water. Isaribi and Aquaman, Water Deluge Whip Rain. The whip combined with Aquaman's water and it turned into a downpour of raindrops moving at incredible speed and they hit Cassidy. Musa, Sonic Blast. Musa fired a blast of sound and Irma fired a blast of water. Musa and Irma, Siren's Song Mermaid. The blasts turned into a mermaid and it sang divinely and Cassidy was starting to come back. Lana fired a blast of ice lightning and Sydney fired a blast of cosmic energy from her star sword. Lana and Sydney, Star Ice Towers. The blasts combined and formed into a cage of ice. Maria, one more combo should do it. Let's go, Bisley. Bisley, you got it, Maria. Maria fired a blast of water and Biza fired a blast of water. Maria and Bisley, Water Dragon Severance. The blasts turned into a water dragon and it saw Nerissa controlling Cassidy and it fired a blast of fire at Nerissa and burned her control and severed the strings that bind her. Cassidy was freed from Nerissa's evil grasp. All the techniques dissolved. Cassidy was on the ground and she was wet but she was free from Nerissa. Maria, Cassidy. Maria got up to her. Maria, are you okay? Cassidy hugged Maria and she cried hard. Cassidy, crying hard, Maria. I'm so sorry. Nerissa made me. Maria, I know, Cassidy. I know. But JD is gonna kill her and make sure that she pays for everything she did to our worlds. Cassidy, Sniffles, really? Lana, we promise, Cassidy. Sydney, we won't let Nerissa get away with everything she has done. Musa, she will pay dearly for her crimes. Heidi, that's right. Grandpa will make sure she does. Very, that's right, Heidi. Bisley, let's go help him out. Cassidy had a look of revenge on her face. Cassidy, that witch will pay for this. Maria, and she will. Let's go, guys. They went through a portal and set out to help take down Nerissa. Battle 2, Haliner. The battle with Haliner was on the island of San Bakuro and it was rebuilt after the eruption that completely destroyed the whole island, wiping it off the map. Haliner, surely, you must remember this place, Lee. Lee, this is San Bakuro. And it's also where Pyro blew himself up. Haliner, exactly. It's amazing how you've rebuilt this island after its destruction. Too bad you won't be rebuilt once you're dead. Throws fireball at Lee. Lee blocked it and Lola fired a blast of fire at Haliner. She blocked it and Lola fired a dragon of fire. Haliner was flying and the dragon chased her all over the island. Lola, Haliner, you have to listen to me. Nerissa is using you as a pawn in her diabolical plans to destroy the entire universe. You have to realize that. Haliner, I only live to serve Mistress Nerissa. Lee, you're being used, Haliner. You're a slave with no free will. Haliner, so be it then. Lee, we have to use our combos on her, guys. Stewie, you got it, Lee. Lola, let's get her. Lola and Pam fired blasts of fire. Lola and Pam, fire phoenix and snarement. The blasts of fire combined and turned into a phoenix, and it grabbed Haliner in its fiery talons. Fire, Spanish accent, let's get her, Claire. Vulcana, you got it, Beatrice. They both fired blasts of fire. Fire's fire was green and Vulcana's fire was orange. Fire in Vulcana, pyro chain restrained. The blasts of fire turned into a bunch of chains made of pure fire, and they restrained Haliner. Let me help out too. In came Angelica Jones, aka Firestar. Lola, Angelica Jones, aka Firestar. It's an honor to meet you. Firestar, you too, Lola. The Avengers told me a lot about you. Suzuki, let's take her on. Suzuki, you got it. He went through hand signs. Suzuki, fire style, dragon flame jutsu. Suzuki fired a fireball that turned into a dragon, and Firestar fired a blast of fire. Suzuki and Firestar, fire dragon fireball. The blasts turned into a fireball with a dragon's head, and it hit Haliner and exploded. Kaboom. When the smoke cleared, Haliner was grabbing her head and trying to fight Nerissa's control. Lee, 3 more attacks and that should do it. Tyranny, you got it. Tyranny fired a blast of fire. Tpne, British accent, prismatic ray. Tpne fired a rainbow ray. Tyranny and Tpne, flame spectrum ray. The fire wrapped around the rainbow ray and it hit Haliner. Lucy fired a blast of black lightning and Lynn fired a blast of lava. Lucy and Lynn, fearsome volcanic dragon. The techniques combined and turned into a terrifying dragon made of pure lava that would make even the strongest of warriors run home in fear. Lee fired a blast for fire from his keyblade, and Shago fired a blast of green fire. Lee and Shago, fire haze dragon destroyer. The blasts turned into a zombie flaming undead dragon, and the 2 dragons of fire saw Nerissa controlling Haliner. They went at her and fired blasts of fire and destroyed her control and severed the strings that bind her to Nerissa. Haliner was back to normal and the fire techniques vanished. Lee, Haliner, are you okay? Haliner broke down crying, and she saw one of Stewie's blasters and she grabbed it. Star-Lord was fighting her to stop her. He took the gun away from her. Star-Lord, to Haliner, what they censored were you trying to do just now? Haliner, crying, I don't deserve to live anymore. I should have resisted Nerissa's control. If I had, Halin wouldn't have been traumatized by Nerissa. Lola slapped Haliner in the face. Lola, get a hold of yourself, woman. Spy day, Haliner, I witnessed Dr. Octopus commit suicide in front of me. I'll be damned if I see you do the same thing. Lola, he's right, Haliner. This is all Nerissa's fault. Right now, JD. Knudsen and our friends and siblings are fighting her, and they are gonna make sure she pays for everything she has done. Lee, she's right, Haliner. Nerissa will pay for everything she has done to the universe, and will make sure that she does. You still have a chance to set things right and help us take down Nerissa once and for all. So don't throw away everything you were given because of Nerissa. She will pay. Haliner then hugged Lee, and she was crying hard. Lee was comforting her. Lee, it's all right, Haliner. Let it all out. After 10 minutes they went to help fight Nerissa. Battle 3, Yan Lin. The battle with Yan Lin was on an island they know all too well, Angry Birds Island. Yan Lin, you should be familiar with this island. Arpeggio. Arpeggio, I am. It's the island of the Angry Birds. Here, I helped them take down Leonard the Pig King. Yan Lin, you can have those birds help you if you want. Either way, I'll emerge victorious. Hurls whirlwind at Arpeggio. Lainey, we shall see. They went at her and Arpeggio dodged the whirlwind. Heylin fired a tornado at her grandmother and it blew her back, but she got up and they clasped hands. Heylin, Grandma, you have to realize that Nerissa is controlling you. She is using you as a slave in her plots to destroy the universe. Yan Lin, I only serve Mistress Nerissa. Heylin, no you don't, Grandma. She's using you and she took away your free will. You have to fight her. I know you would never resort to working for a monster like Nerissa. You have to fight her. Yan Lin regains control. Heylin groans and clutches her head as she is struggling to regain control. You have to help me. Lainey, we will. Come on guys. Lainey tied up Yan Lin with her vines and made sure she couldn't move. She then ululated and the angry birds arrived. Red, Lainey loud. It's great to see you again. Lainey, you too, Red. It's great to see all of you again. The whole planet is in grave danger. This rogue guardian named Nerissa is out to kill us all and she is controlling Heylin's grandmother here. We need your help to help us break her out of her control. Bomb, uh-oh. This woman sounds very dangerous. Stella, sounds like it. Chuck, you got it, Lanes. Blue brothers, let's get her guys. They cheered and the birds went at Yan Lin with teamwork. Lainey, let's use our combos on her guys. Riley, you got it. Lainey and Riley fired a bunch of flowers and vines at Yan Linear. Lainey and Riley, nature's flowering love. The flowers and vines combined and turned into a dragon of pure leaves and it had Yan Lin in its claws. Ben turned into Wild Vine. Ben, Wild Vine. Linka, let's use our combo on him, Ben. Wild Vine, you got it, Linka. Linka fired a blast of lightning and Wild Vine through his vine ropes. Linka and Wild Vine, Thunder Vine and Snare Mint. The vines were coated in lightning and they wrapped around her and she was being electrocuted. Harley Quinn, let's use our combo on her, Arpeggio. Arpeggio, you got it, Harley Quinn. Arpeggio fired a lot of feathers and Harley Quinn ran with her hammer. Arpeggio and Harley Quinn, Feather Hammer Pulverizer. The feathers turned the hammer into a powerful hammer and she swung the hammer and bashed Yan Linear. Lori, Nerissa's mind control literally makes me sick. Let's get rid of her control for good. Roxanne, you got it, Mom. Lydia, let's do it. Linda, yet. Kurt, let's do it, Lori. Lori, her children, and Kurt fired blasts of wind at Yan Linear. Lori, her children, and Kurt, Hurricane Dragon Storm. The blasts of wind combined into a powerful dragon made of pure wind. Heylin, let's sever Nerissa's control. Flora. Flora, you got it, Heylin. Flower Twister. Flora fired a stream of flowers spinning at Yan Linear. Heylin fired a powerful stream of air and wind. Flora and Heylin, Winds of Nature Dragon. The blasts combined and turned into a dragon made of leaves and wind. Lori's dragon and Heylin's dragon saw Nerissa controlling Yan Lin and they fired blasts of leaves and wind and severed the strings that bind her to Nerissa. Yan Lin was freed and she was untied. The real Yan Lin flew out of Nerissa's staff and went into the second Yan Lin. She was now 50 years younger. She was now young again thanks to them freeing her from not only Nerissa's control but also from Nerissa's scepter. Heylin, Grandma? Are you all right? Yan Lin, yes I am, Heylin. I'm back to normal. They hugged again. Yan Lin, thank you all so much for freeing me. Lori, you are welcome, Yan Lin. Flora, we have to stop Nerissa at all costs. Heylin, and we will. Linka, come on guys. Lainey, let's head over there. They went over to the fight Nerissa. Battle for Kadma. The fight with Kadma was on the docks of Gotham Wharf. Kadma, doesn't this place look familiar? Venom? Venom, it should be. This is Gotham Wharf. It's where JD, Batman, and the others defeated Bane. Megan, good thing there's no one else here. Kadma, Yan Lin gave you a choice, Megan. But you chose wrong. Notices her guardian attire. It seems you've become a guardian as well. That's fine by me. I wasn't looking forward to fighting your Dark Samu suit anyway. Summons vines to attack Megan and Venom. Tara lifted a huge rock wall and blocked the vines. Beast Boy turned into a hummingbird and flew to Kadma, and then he turned into a snake and wrapped around her. Cornelia went up to her and talked to her. Cornelia, Kadma, you have to stop serving Nerissa. She's using you as a pawn in her diabolical plot to destroy the universe. Kadma, I only serve Mistress Nerissa. Lincoln, no you don't, Kadma. She's using you, and you would never serve an evil monster like Nerissa. You have to fight her control and come back to us. Kadma regained some control, and then she was clutching her head as she was trying to regain control. Kadma, guys, you have to help me. Lincoln, and we will. Let's get her, guys. Tara, combo time. Beast Boy, you got it. Tara entombed Kadma in a rock and she fired numerous rock shards. Beast Boy turned into a Stegosaurus. Tara and Beast Boy, Earth Charge Stego. The rock shards encased Beast Boy in a ball as he rolled into a ball, and he turned into a rolling boulder. He crashed into Kadma with awesome power. Crash. Ruin. Let's light up the site with our combo Talia. Laughs. Get it? But seriously, let's use our combo Talia. Lense. Lense, you know it, mama. Talia, always up for it, Luan. Ruin and Lense fired blasts of red and pink light, and Talia fired a curtain of aurora. Ruin, Lense, and Talia, light aurora entangle. The blasts combined and turned into a shining curtain of light and wrapped around Kadma. Poison Ivy, let's get her Venom. Venom, we hear you, Pamela. Poison Ivy called a bunch of Venus fly traps, and Venom fired black webbing. Poison Ivy and Venom, venomous Venus spider. The Venus fly trap turned into a vicious black widow spider, and it tied down Kadma with its webbing. Cornelia, hang on, Kadma, we're almost through to you. Cornelia formed numerous vines and sent them all at her. Stella, rising sun. Stella fired a blast of light from her hand. Cornelia and Stella, nature's shining dragon. The vines merged with the light blast and turned into a shining dragon made of leaves. Lincoln, let's help out Earth. Earth, you got it, Linky. Lincoln fired a blast of lightning, and Earth fired a blast of lava. Lincoln and Earth, volcanic thunderstorm dragon. The blasts combined and turned into a dragon of pure lava emitting lightning. Lincoln and Earth and Cornelia and Stella's dragons saw Nerissa controlling Kadma, and they fired blasts of sunlight and lava, and they severed the strings of Nerissa's control and freed Kadma. Kadma was back to normal. Kadma, what happened? Cornelia, you were under the control of Nerissa. Kadma, I'll make that witch pay for this. Lincoln, and we will. JD is facing her now. Earth, we have to get over there. Cornelia, come on. They went to join the fight. Battle 5, Shriek. The fight with Shriek was right in the middle of Gotham Royal York. Matt/Shagan, so this is Gotham Royal York, hi? Terry, it is. To Shriek, Shriek, you maniac. This fight is going to get innocent people hurt. Don't you care about that? Shriek, of course not. They never cared about me. To Sandman, you helped defeat a Revenge Squad member here, Sandman. Care to guess which one? I'll give you a hint, it's not one of your fellow Sinister Six members. Sandman, it's Shiv, isn't it? Shriek, bingo. Now, enough talking. I haven't fought your pointy-eared friend in a while. Fire's sound blast at Terry. In the Dakota City prison, Shiv was having lunch in his cell when he sneezed. Shiv, someone must be talking about me. Shocker appeared and absorbed the sonic blasts. It was making him stronger. Nico, you will pay for hurting my friend JD. Shriek, he deserves to die for everything he is. Nico, you don't know what you are saying, you freak. Now it's time for me to show you my newest transformation. I found a new transformation when I was training. He flared up his Super Saiyan aura and in a massive tornado he was forever changed. When the dust cleared, Nico now had a well-muscled body with red fur covering it. His hair was longer. His eyes were now orange and he had red lines under them. He had an orange sleeveless battle shirt and his Saiyan monkey tail was out and it was red. He was now a Super Saiyan 4. Naruto, wow. Look at Nico. Nancy, he looks incredible. Mei was so infatuated with Nico's new transformation that she had blood dripping from her nose. Naruto, wow. The level of power I'm sensing off of him is completely unreal. It's far more powerful than that of Super Saiyan 3. Nico, deeper voice. That's because this is my newest transformation, bro. This is what I call Super Saiyan 4. Naruto, Super Saiyan 4? Incredible. Stephanie, it's unbelievable. Terry, no kidding. Matt/Shagan, it sure is. I didn't know you had so much power, Nico. Nico, well, Shriek is gonna have a hard time dealing with me. Nico looked at Shriek with incredible hate. Nico, Shriek, I will never forgive you for any of your crimes. Shriek, I wouldn't be caught dead asking for your forgiveness, you wretched monkey. Shriek went at Nico and he dodged all his attacks and Nico teleported and Shriek fired a blast of sound and when it hit him it didn't even faze him, let alone scratch him. Shriek punched Nico and much to his shock his Super Saiyan 4 body made his left arm completely shatter into a million pieces. Shriek, in shock, what they? Nico, chuckles, I'm quite surprised myself. Surprised at how strong I have become. Shriek, what do you mean? Nico, your punches and attacks only tickled like a tiny feather. Shriek fired another sound blast at Nico at maximum power and it hit him and he was in a cloud of dust. But when the dust cleared, Nico was still standing and the blasts didn't even make him flinch. Shriek, that blast should have turned him into dust and it did absolutely nothing. Nico, Shriek, you can never defeat me. My powers have grown far beyond yours, you powerless human, and you know it. Shriek, die you fool. He continued to fire sound blasts at Nico but all he was doing was just amusing him. Nico, listen to me, Shriek. I can't allow you to get away with all the trouble you caused to innocent people. You've gone too far. Now you got to deal with me and my friends. Nico flared up his aura to an incredible level and he flew at Shriek with incredible speed and punched him in the stomach and punched him in the face and kneed him in the stomach. Nico formed his fingers into a sign. Nico, whirlwind spin. He formed his fingers away and a powerful razor wind tornado formed and the wind cut Shriek's armor all off. All that was left of him was his helmet on his head. Nico, let's get him with our combos, guys. Mei, you got it, Nico. Nancy, let's get him, guys. Nancy, Stephanie, Ruby, and Mariah turned into their worst shark forms and Naruto formed a powerful ball of water. We're shark girls in Naruto. 5 feeding sharks. Naruto and the worst shark girls turned into sharks made of pure water and they bit Shriek and he screamed in pain. Shocker fired a blast of lightning and Sandman fired a blast of sand. Sandman and Shocker, fulgurite electrocution. The sand hardened into a crystal and lightning flowed through it and it pinned Shriek to a nearby building. Matt/Shagan fired a laser blast from his eyes and Roxy fired a stream of animal paw prints. Matt/Shagan and Roxy, call of nature's hatred. The blasts combined and turned into a pack of voracious and ravenous wolves and they mauled Shriek. Layla, Morphix Bolt. Layla fired a blue sparkling energy blast and Terry fired numerous batarangs. Layla and Terry, Ocean's Bat Strike. The batarangs turned into bats made of pure water and they hit Shriek and pulverized him with the force of a mega tsunami. Mei, let me use my final smash on him. Nico, go for it, Mei. Mei, Ice Fire Snowflake Laser. May formed a giant snowflake and she fired a huge blast of ice fire at Shriek and completely encapsulated him in pure ice. Nico. Nice job, May. Jean Grey appeared and she had the Phoenix Force on. Jean Grey, let us help too. Nico. Go for it, Jean. Jean Grey. Phoenix Wing Fireball Shower. Jean Grey spread her Phoenix Force wings and fired numerous fireballs from them, and they not only melted the ice but also burned him really badly. Nico. Now let's see how you like this. May, let's use our combo on him. May. Right, Nico. May fired a blast of ice fire and Nico formed a fireball in his hands the size of a soccer ball. Nico. Nova Star. Nico threw the fireball. Nico and May. Cold Fire Prison. The blasts combined and turned into a blue fireball made of burning cold fire, and it hit Shriek and froze him in a block of ice, and everything but his head was completely frozen. Nico. You're looking at spending the rest of your miserable life in one of our most dangerous maximum security prisons for your crimes. But that would be too good for you. Shriek was sent to our newest prison. It was called the Planet 9 Prison for Terrorists, and he was placed in the Supermax Terrorist Wing. This zone of the Planet 9 prison was reserved for the most dangerous of criminals that have terrorized the world. We would have killed him, but because he is deaf that would be completely barbaric. Nico, let's head over to JD, guys. It's time to take down Nerissa once and for all. They did so. Battle 6, Nerissa. We were all the way over in Greece. Nerissa, look around. Killer Frost. Know where we are? Killer Frost, I remember what happened here. Greece is Hercules' turf. We also killed Vexen here. Nerissa, of course you did. Now it's your turn to be killed. Fires lightning at her. I appeared and deflected the lightning. Me? No, Nerissa. Your fight is with me. I vowed to face you when we first met, remember? Nerissa, very well. Me, now it's time to pay Nerissa. You are going to face up to your crimes. Time for me to unleash my full power. Killer Frost, so the beast is about to be unleashed. Me, that's right. This is a very rare occurrence for me. This is the absolute pinnacle of my power, and Nerissa will be the first person to face it. Goku's Super Saiyan theme plays. I go Super Angel 10,000 and flare up my power, and my aura was getting more powerful. The earth was shaking extremely violently, and red lightning and blue lightning mixed in my aura, and rocks lifted up into the air. The skies darkened with storm clouds and lightning was striking everywhere. Tornadoes of water were sucked up into the sky from the Mediterranean. It was getting extremely intense as my power was rising rapidly at an accelerated rate. Then I released the full extent of my power. When it faded, my power was stronger than ever before, and lightning was striking all over my aura. Me, there. Now this is my full power. Ready, Nerissa? Nerissa, let's dance. I teleport and punch her in the stomach, and she flew away and fired a blast of lightning, and we went at each other and we were exchanging blows at a rapid pace, and it was getting powerful. Nerissa fired a blast of lightning and I dodged it, and I fired a blue energy wave and she dodged it and fired a powerful blast of lightning, and I deflected it and fired a powerful red energy blast and she dodged it. We were really going at it, and our battle was shaking the very foundation of the entire planet to the core. We stopped and we were facing each other. Me, I don't understand you, Nerissa. You were a guardian of Kandrakar and you did so many good deeds for both worlds. You became consumed with power lust and became a heartless monster bent on conquering the universe. Why did this happen? Nerissa, because they took my power away from me. Me, your mind was considered too weak for the heart and you will never get its power ever again. Nerissa, growls, just for that one I will blow you to pieces. Me, I would like to see you try. I vowed to make you pay for causing problems to both of our worlds. I flared up my power to an incredible degree. Me, now my aura flared up to an incredible level and the skies had lightning strike everywhere at a rapid level. Me and Nerissa went at each other again, and it was a powerful fight that not only shook the entire planet to the core, but it also shook the very fabric of the entire universe to the very brink. On planets all over the universe, people were sensing the sheer viciousness and ferocity of our battle. I fired 4 more energy blasts at her as she was flying, and she stopped 2 of the blasts with her feet and the other 2 with her hands, and she was struggling to hold them back. I fired another blast and she saw it coming, and I flew up to her as the blasts hit and exploded. In the cloud of smoke I punched her, and then we clasped hands and we flared up our auras. Mine was yellow and Nerissa's was pitch black. Our hands were locked together and our auras mixed, and lightning clashed and formed in them. The storm clouds above us intensified and lightning struck at an incredible level at 400 bolts every half a second, and the ground was shaking violently at an incredible level. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, an energy blast hit Nerissa in the back and exploded, and I headbutt her and kick her in the stomach and send her crashing into the ground. Crash. I land by her as she got up, and I saw everyone arrive. Me. You all came. Good. I've had my fun with her. Nerissa saw that her slaves in a sense have been freed. Nerissa? Impossible. How did you get set free? Irma. That's none of your business, Nerissa. Will. Now you will pay for everything you've done. Me. She sure will. And Nico, wow. Your power is unbelievable. Nico. I call this form Super Saiyan 4. Me. It's incredible, man. And it looks awesome on you. Let's take down this monster together, everyone. Everyone? Yet. Goku. Let's get her, guys. Goku. Vegeta. Gohan and Trunks went Super Saiyan. Piccolo went Super Namek. We all went at Nerissa and hit her with everything we had at her. Piccolo. Special Beam Cannon. Piccolo fired an orange and purple energy beam, and Nerissa dodged it and went at him. Tien appeared in front of her and placed his hands on the edges of his eyes. Tien. Solar Flare. Tien released a blinding flash of white light that was brighter than 100 suns, and it blinded Nerissa temporarily. Nerissa, my eyes. Tien held his hands in a triangle shape. Tien, Tri-Beam. Huh. He fired a yellow energy blast at Nerissa and it hit her and exploded. Krabohohoiam. Nerissa was sent flying and she stopped. Superman fired a laser vision blast and burned her leg, and he punched her in the face. Superman, let's use our combo on her, Goku. Goku, you got it. Cups hands to side, Kaa. Mee. Haa. Mee. Hey. Goku fired a Kamehameha wave and Superman fired his laser vision. Goku and Superman. Laser Prism Kamehameha. The laser vision caused the Kamehameha wave to split into the 7 colors of the rainbow. 1 blast for each color, and they hit Nerissa and exploded and sent her crashing into the ground. Crash. Will, I will never forgive you for everything you've done, Nerissa. Will fired a blast of lightning and electrocuted her. Yamcha formed a spirit ball. Yamcha, spirit ball. He threw an energy ball. Nerissa got up and it hit her in multiple places at his command, and it hit her in the back and exploded with incredible power. Crab bohohohohohohohoiam. Tietsu, Doden Ray. Tietsu fired a yellow Doden Ray and it hit Nerissa and exploded. Crabohohum. Will, let use our combo on them, Bloom. Bloom, you got it, Will. Dragon Fire. She fired a fire blast and it turned into a dragon made of pure fire. Will fired a blast of lightning. Will and Bloom, Dragon Halo Firestorm. The dragon fire and lightning formed into a halo of pure fire with lightning coming out of it. It hit Nerissa and exploded. Rachel, Sonic Blast. Star B, Narwhal Blast. Rachel fired a sound blast and it hit Nerissa and she dropped her staff. Star fired a blast of narwhals and they hit Nerissa and knocked the wind out of her. Marco fired a blast of fire and burned her in the leg. Vegeta, Final Shine Attack. Vegeta fired a green energy blast from his hand and it hit Nerissa and exploded with incredible power. crab ho 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 wahum. Nerissa was sent flying but she stopped. Me? Wow. What power? Will, Tyranny, let's use our combo on her. Tyranny, you got it JD. I charged up an Electro Eclipse Bomb. Me, Electro Eclipse Bomb. I fired a black energy ball with red lightning around it. Tyranny and Will fired fire and lightning. Me, Tyranny and Will, Solar Eclipse Death Bomb. Our techniques combined and the energy ball turned into a black flaming sun and it hit Nerissa and exploded with incredible power. Crab ho 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 ho. The explosion was so powerful and so devastating that it shook the area. When the smoke cleared, Nerissa got up and she was on her last legs. Me, she is a very formidable adversary, I will give her that. Flora, she sure is. Cassidy had Nerissa's staff. Cassidy, I got her staff. Now let's free Elian. She freed Elian from the staff. Elian, thank you so much Cassidy. Cassidy, you're welcome Elian. Cornelia, Elian. They hugged again. Nerissa looked at Will and she had a look that made it look like she was begging for mercy. But we weren't fooled one bit. Maria, you know, for a moment, you had me fooled. Until you looked at Will. Nerissa's face twitched in anger, and there it is again. The anger and jealousy in your eyes. You're good. I'll give you that. For a moment, I really believed that you could be saved. That we could reach you. But you're just like Evan was. A manipulator. A liar. A murderer. A psychopath. Nerissa narrows her eyes at her. You sell that frightened girl act well. I must admit, but I see right through you. We were never gonna reach you, were we? Me? No, we weren't. Rachel kicked Nerissa in the face and fired a sound blast at her. Starfire fired numerous star bolts at Nerissa and they exploded when they hit. Rachel, let's use our combo Starfire. Starfire, this is gonna be fun. Rachel, Sonic Blast. Rachel fired a blast of sound and Starfire fired laser vision and star bolts. Rachel and Starfire, Sonic Star Laser. The blasts combined and turned into a sonic laser and it hit Nerissa and burned her in her leg. Then we got help from Captain Atom. He fired an energy blast at Nerissa. It exploded when it hit her. Me, Nathaniel Adams aka Captain Atom. It's an honor to meet you. Captain Atom, you too JD. We got word that you all might need some help. Me, we need all the help we can get since Nerissa is a deadly adversary. Red Tornado then appeared and he spun Nerissa around in a powerful tornado blast. Me, Red Tornado. It's an honor. Red Tornado, you too JD. We saw the entirety of the Justice League ready to fight. They launched a massive full-scale assault on her with a variety of powers and abilities. They were hitting Nerissa with everything they got at her. Then we got an unexpected surprise. It was Raven's TTG counterpart turned into the Demon of Azeroth. Raven, you're my counterpart turned evil. And you are nothing more than a major idiot. Demon of Azeroth, there was nothing wrong with just goofing off now and then. Sure, we might have been incompetent heroes but at least we fought crime now and then. But you couldn't handle that, could you? Raven, let me give you a reality check, me. You were never a hero. You're rude, you beat people up for every stupid little thing, you ruin everyone's fun for no reason, you insult people and put them down, you make jokes at the expense of others, you whine whenever you don't get your way, and you became obsessed with colorful talking ponies a bit too much. That last part actually isn't bad, but to you, it's an addiction. Doctor Strange, let's destroy her with our combo Raven. Raven, you got it. Raven fired a blast of dark energy and Doctor Strange fired a blast of magic. Raven and Doctor Strange, celestial magic fire. The blasts combined and turned into a blast of purple fire and it hit the Demon of Azeroth and completely obliterated her. I slashed at Nerissa with my sword and cut her face. Caleb, let's use our combo on her JD. Me, you got it Caleb. We went at Nerissa and we had our swords ready. Caleb, this is what you get mother. I gasped in shock but focused on the combo. Me and Caleb, 1000 sword slash. We slashed Nerissa with 1000 slashes. She was down and bleeding profusely. Rhino charged and Killer Frost fired a blast of ice. Rhino and Killer Frost, frozen rhinoceros stampede. The ice covered Rhino and turned him into a rhinoceros of pure ice. He rammed Nerissa and sent her rolling. Me, Caleb, I didn't know that Nerissa is your own mother. Caleb, I was shocked myself but I realized that being the son of a heartless monster would not look good on my reputation. Me, good thinking Caleb. As the fight with Nerissa was raging on, something evil was brewing in the dungeons of the Meridian Castle. The Green Goblin came into the dungeon. Vathek, halt. Who goes there? Green Goblin, throws pumpkin bombs at him and the other guards don't mind us. We're just passing by. The bombs exploded and knocked the guards unconscious. A man came in, it was Loki, the god of mischief. Loki, British accent, everyone out on bad behavior. Uses his magic on the bars, destroying them. Loki just used his scepter to free Phobos and his minions. Phobos, I assume that we have you to thank for freeing us. Loki, of course you do. I am Loki, the god of mischief. Green Goblin, and I am Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. Cedric, we don't care who you two are. As long as you get us out of here. Loki, very well. Our leader would like to speak to all of you anyway. Teleports them all out. Back in the battle, Alien was in deep thought. Gwen, total drama, you okay, Alien? Alien, well, I'm still thinking about what led to me being imprisoned in that staff. I have all these powers but they were weaker compared to Nerissa's. That was how she managed to capture me. And now, I find out that 2 of your enemies broke out my brother and his forces. Right now, I've been wondering what my place on the team is. If Chuckles I even have a place, you know? Lightning, so, you feel like an outsider, right? Alien nods. Duncan, being an outsider is a good thing. No, scratch that. It's a great thing. I've been an outsider my whole life. The best part is that you get to tell people to go shove it. Alien chuckled and then she was enveloped in a sphere of yellow light. When it faded she was now in guardian attire. Alien, I'm a guardian now. Cornelia, Alien, this is incredible. I think you have the powers of time. Alien, I know I do. Now it's time to stop Nerissa. I punched Nerissa into ground and Krillin formed an energy disc. Krillin, Destructo disc. He threw the disc and it slashed Nerissa in the face. Me, it's over Nerissa. You're finished. I flared up my aura. Nerissa got up and she was building up her power to incredible levels and she was incredibly enraged. Nerissa, if I can't have this censored planet, then no one can. Me, you will pay for everything Nerissa. Cups hands to side, Solar KAA. Me. Hey 8A. Me. Nerissa, now you all die. Quintessence. She fires a massive stream of pitch black energy from her hands and I fired a massive red solar Kamehameha blast. Me. Hey a a a a a a a a a a. I fired a massive red Kamehameha wave of incredible power. Krillin sensed the incredible amount of power coming from the blasts. Krillin, that's way too big. Let's go. Everyone flew away from the blast area. The blasts collided and a massive power struggle began. Once everyone got to a safe distance they saw the struggle that was taking place. Krillin, they're gonna change the shape of the whole planet. Piccolo, Nerissa. Very, what power? Come on guys. Let's help JD out. Gaku, right. Everyone went to distract Nerissa so I can finish her off once and for all. DBZ calling the dragon theme plays. They landed on different sides. Piccolo, special beam cannon. He fired his special beam cannon and it hit Nerissa in the back. Tien, tri-beam. He fired a yellow energy blast and the rest of the Z fighters fired energy blasts. Sailor soldiers, planet eternal power. The sailor soldiers combined their power and fired a massive white energy blast. Nico fired a powerful blast of fire energy and it hit Nerissa. The blasts hit Nerissa and it provided some form of distraction. Me, I've got to reach deeper. Intensifies blast. Hey ay 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 ay. Nerissa was being pushed back and she intensified her blast. Me, I've had enough of you, Nerissa. Nerissa, you're all so anxious to die, aren't you? Well, all you had to do was ask. She fired a blast of energy wind and blew them all away. Me, I hate you, Nerissa. Intensifies blast. Hey ay 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 ay. Nerissa intensified her blast. Lightning struck all over the area from the blast. Everyone fired back at Nerissa. Nerissa, why can't you people just stay down? She fired more energy wind and blew them away again. But they kept getting up and fired more blasts. Nerissa, they just keep lining up to die. They fired more blasts at her. Nerissa fired more wind. Nerissa, no chance. You have no chance. She intensified the energy wind even more and blew them away. Will, we have to combine all our guardian powers on Nerissa. Vegeta, we have to help JD. Vegeta, you know it will. They flew above Nerissa and Vegeta charged up his blast. King Kai felt the enormous power of our blasts and something was gonna happen. King Kai, oh no. The earth is gonna blow. The power of our blasts was so strong and powerful that it was threatening to tear the entire planet apart. The ground was shaking apart and earthquakes were going on all over the place. Lincoln, the planet is gonna explode. The parents of the Guardians were rooting us on. Susan, you can't take my Wilhelmina away from me. She's my baby and no one can take her away. Crying. Tom, right. JD. Won't let that happen because he is unbeatable. He won't let our babies be taken away. Elizabeth, right. You can't take her because JD won't let her. He can't be beaten. The effects of our battle were being felt around the whole planet. Lillian, come on JD. Save the planet. Gaku, to me telepathically, release it JD. Release everything. Remember all the pain she has caused, the people she has hurt, now make that your power. Me, I will master Gaku. Vegeta, final flash. He fired his energy blast and the Guardians fired their blasts. Vegeta and the Guardians, elemental final destroyer. The blasts combined and hit Nerissa. It exploded and it provided a distraction. She saw them and it was the moment I was waiting for. Gaku, now's your chance. Me, go to hell Nerissa. Hey 8888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888. Gaku's blast and destroyed it. The blast was so powerful and so devastating that it was more than enough. Death of Frisia, Cell, and Butane plays. Nerissa was being destroyed because of it. Nerissa, I am invincible. Nerissa was completely obliterated by the sheer power of the blast in an instant and there was nothing left of her. The blast went out into space and it dissipated harmlessly. I powered down and I wasn't even in the least bit exhausted. Me, it's finally over. Piccolo gasps. He did it. Nerissa's energy has completely vanished. Well, at last. It's finally over. Krillin, but you mean we're really safe again? Tien, yeah bud. It looks like it. Yamcha, oh man. It's been a few years since the last time I heard someone say that. But then Nerissa's spirit appeared. Nerissa, now a spirit. Now I know how Cassidy felt. At least things can't get any worse for me. Nicole takes out the Book of Vile Darkness. Oh, yes they can. Nerissa, me and my big mouth. Nicole, chants an incantation. Algeron in Lenthranal Vasalun Lyris Nor. Nerissa was sucked into the Book of Vile Darkness and she was sealed into it for all eternity. Me, enjoy hell, Nerissa. Caleb, goodbye mother. Everyone all over the world cheered wildly for us and they all cheered for me. Me, the war is finally over. Nerissa is dead and she is in the Book of Vile Darkness where she belongs for all eternity. Nico, you said it man. Me, I couldn't have done it without all of you. Gaku, I'm so proud of you JD. Me, thanks Master Gaku. We all worked together and took Nerissa down for good. Ending song of Long Distance Goodbye from Armageddon plays. I was standing on a cliff looking over the entirety of the Mediterranean Sea and people all over the planet were cheering wildly. The world and the entire universe had been saved from Nerissa's evil ways. The wind blew my hair around as I had my wings spread. It wasn't just the people of Earth cheering for us. People on countless planets all over the galaxy were cheering as well. I gave everyone the victory fingers. We went over to Kendrakar and we stood before the Oracle. Oracle, it seems that I've missed a lot. Thank you, JD. Knudsen, for putting an end to Nerissa's reign of terror. Me, Bose, you're welcome and thank you, Oracle. I hope you don't mind that some of my friends used our technology against her. Oracle, of course not. After all, I'm not a technophobe. Me, I'm glad. Elizabeth Hale, so we can't tell Lillian that she's the heart of Earth yet? Oracle, not yet. That will only make her worried about her future. She does not know about the dangers of the world. Maria, the Oracle's right. Right now, Lillian's still a kid. So why not let her enjoy her childhood? After all, it won't last forever. Me, I promised she will know of her powers in time, but let's let her enjoy her childhood while it lasts. Cornelia, good idea. We did so. In the dungeons, Francis, Thor, and Spider-Man were with Vafek investigating how Phobos and his cronies got out. Thor, Vafek, can you tell us who broke Phobos out of prison? Vafek, I didn't get their names. But one of them had a helmet and a scepter. The other was on a flying device and threw bombs that looked like pumpkins. Francis, isn't Hobgoblin dead? Spidey, he is. I think Vafek is talking about the Green Goblin. Thor, and Loki. He and Osborn must have gotten Phobos and his forces out of their cells. Spider-Man, we'll have to worry about them later. But I have a good feeling I know where they're at. We all did. At the Slaughter Swamp headquarters of the nefarious Legion of Doom, Gorilla Grodd was welcoming Phobos and his minions into the Legion. Grodd, I have to say, Osborn. I'm impressed. I heard about you and Loki's reputation as the most dangerous villains out there, but this takes it to a whole new level. Dr. Polaris, they managed to bust Phobos and his gang out of jail while the heroes were busy with Nerissa. Loki, why, thank you for the compliment, gentlemen. Green Goblin, too bad we lost Nerissa and Shriek. But Phobos over here makes up for that loss. Phobos, trust me, Grodd. I won't let you down. Grodd, smirks welcome, Prince Phobos, to the Legion of Doom. We have another fight in store for us. Back on Earth we celebrated with a great party. Lewin and the EDS are using their Ponce de la EDS restaurant scheme, but they made some adjustments to it. They are now using real food. Kevin, I have to tell you, Eddie. This former scheme really improved. You guys are even serving real food. Eddie, thanks, Kev. JD and Chowder's been giving me cooking lessons. Double D to Johnny, and here you go, 1 Ed Turkey a la King. Johnny, oh boy, I'm starving. Double D, bon appetit. He lifts the lid. Johnny, for crying out loud. Double D, Ed. You said you were going to use an actual turkey. Ed has cooked himself. He lies naked on the plate, surrounded by fixings and an apple in his mouth. Ed pours a ladleful of gravy onto the turkey dinner. Ed, stuffing anybody? Kevin, dude, that was only gross the first time. Cornelia then came in to see what was going on. She came in and saw this. She was appalled at first, but then she was laughing herself silly. Cornelia laughs. That is so funny. I came out with the real food for everyone. Me, here's the real Ed turkey looking Johnny. Ed, go put some clothes on. Eddie, idiot. The restaurant was a success and they got a lot of quarters. Johnny, that was so delicious Eddie. Naz, thanks guys. The salad was awesome. Me, you're welcome guys. Eddie, that was awesome. Jawbreakers Luan. My treat. Luan, you know it Eddie. They went to the candy store. Everyone was enjoying the party. Cornelia, hey, Buzz. Buzz, yeah? Cornelia does a throat/gesture with her finger across her throat, making him pale. Megan, was that necessary? I already made up with him, Linny, and Jeff. Cornelia, I know. I just wanted to do that to him since I first heard about him. Megan, oh yeah. I was talking to Irma in my room. Irma, JD, how did you know that using those combos would break them out of Nerissa's control? Me, that is part of a plan we formed. Cassidy told me that she was willingly going to get herself brainwashed by Nerissa, and she told me that the only way to break them out of her control is with our combo attacks. I put a special seal on Cassidy that would activate when we did our combos and destroy the brainwashing. Same with the other Guardians. Irma, wow. That was really genius. Me, you have to know your enemy and what they can do before you take them down. Irma, that's true. Yan Lin, and I feel amazing JD. Look at me. I have my youth again. Me, the battle made you 50 years younger Yan Lin. You look awesome. In the living room, Lincoln and Matt were singing a song. They were singing Tainted Love by Soft Sal. The room changed into a beautiful ancient Greek temple. Lincoln and Matt, singing divinely. Sometimes I feel I've got to run away, I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere. And I've lost my light. For I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, I ran. Now I'll run from you. This tainted love you've given. I give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love. Now I know I've got to run away, I've got to get away. You don't really want any more from me. To make things right, you need someone to hold you tight. And you think love is to pray. But I'm sorry, I don't pray that way. Once I ran to you, I ran. Now I'll run from you. This tainted love you've given. I give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love. Don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you though you hurt me so. Now I'm gonna pack my things and go. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love, oh. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love, oh. Tainted love. Tainted love. We cheered wildly for them both. Matt, Lincoln, that was awesome buddy. Lincoln, thanks Matt. It's a hidden talent. But everyone knows I can sing now. Will, they sure do. The Guardians of Kandrakar now live in the estate and it was a grand time for them. Turns out that the Guardians and the Loud siblings all have a lot of things in common. The parents of the Guardians now live with us in the estate. We all came together to destroy a very dangerous threat to the entire universe. I kept Marissa's staff as a trophy, and it was a reminder of this terrible battle that nearly destroyed the planet. Blunk, the troll friend of the Guardians, now lives in a tree in the backyard. DBZ narrator. At last, the terror known as Narissa has been silenced forever. The battle is won and the entire universe is safe once more. Thank you Team Loud Phoenix Storm and Guardians of Kandrakar for saving the universe from total destruction and for all that you gave. But there are still more adventures yet to come. Stay tuned. The end. Another fanfiction complete. WITCH was the most awesome cartoon series ever. I can't believe it was only on for 2 seasons and that's it. Nico-chan 11 gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks man as usual, and thanks for getting me into WITCH. I wanted to give this entire battle a Dragon Ball Z style fight and base it all on the fights with Goku and Frieza and the epic conclusion of the ultimate Kamehameha wave struggle with Gohan and Cell. 2 great battles in the series. We all came together in this time of crisis and united as one to destroy a threat to the entire universe. This was by far the most action-packed chapter we had ever done. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time. WITCH has owned Elisabeth Anon, Alessandro, Barbara Canepa, Olivier Dumont, Stephanie Kirchmeier, Jetix, and Toon Disney.